Hey, there you are. Having my favorite latte this morning. Happy Monday. Here we are, another week. Man, they go one right after the other, don't they? Well, I mean, based on a calendar, I guess they would, right? So last week we talked about into, uh, we talked about extroversion and introversion. And I hope that you wrote down at the bottom, E or I. Are you an extrovert? Are you an introvert? Now, something that didn't come up is that, yes, there is such thing as an ambivert. This means that we're a little of both, but I think it's kind of a panacea reference that lends itself to, hey, it's situational. Sometimes I'm in a situation where I have to be extroverted or show extroverted behavior, or, there are times when I lay back and I've got to be more quiet and listen. That's really not the reality of the temperament profile. It is your fundamental inclination that matters. Fundamental inclination. Like I said, you could be very close to the red line on that continuum, but you are still either an extrovert or an introvert. That's just the way it is. We haven't really been able to prove the full validity of an ambivert. Anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about the next set of temperament archetypes. Now we're talking about intuitive or sensate. What? Okay. Intuitive simply means that you gather information about your environment, about your surroundings, subconsciously. It's not something you have to think about, but you still draw this information in an informal way. Intuitive people are generally right most of the time. However, on the other side of the continuum, we have sensate. What does that mean? Well, basically, a sensate is an individual that says, hey, look, I got to see it, touch it, feel it, taste it, hear it, or it doesn't exist. So they're more fact based. I need solid evidence to show that this is occurring, or that I would agree that that's a reality. There's nothing wrong with that either. Scientists, doctors, uh, many different types of people are sensate. If you're an analyst, I do a lot in lean manufacturing, especially Six Sigma. So I'm using statistical data to create a foundation in which I can say, this is a predictable outcome. This is where I need to focus my time. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, okay, I'm an intuitive, but I'd still use mathematics and statistics to identify certain things when I'm doing either my research or I'm implementing a Six Sigma project or an analysis for an organization. I'm intuitive because fundamentally I can walk into a room. They call it reading the room, right? You can walk into the room and you just know what's going on from the standpoint of where people are at emotionally, especially for me. When I walk in, I can tell people are happy, unhappy, worried, scared, ambivalent, whatever it might be. It takes me 2 to 3 seconds to walk into a room and just know where things are. And that also provides me feedback in terms of how I need to interact in that environment. For me, my agenda is a positive outcome, right? So think about that from an intuitive standpoint. And of course, on after the coffee on Wednesday, we'll do a drill down on this so you've got a super clear understanding. Are you intuitive from the standpoint that you can see a reality that is not necessarily physically present? I know it's abstract. And again, I'll do a drill down on Wednesday. Or are you somebody that says, look, I've got to see it, hear it, taste it, smell it, feel it. I need to use my senses before I can buy into whatever. I mean, a popular one, I was in a conversation the other day, it was kind of strange, but I live in Sedona, so things are not exactly the norm. But they were talking about life outside of Earth. Now, scientists would tell you there's billions of stars out there, they all have planets surrounding them. It is statistically likely that there is another living life form. Now, are they like us, or are they single cell amoebas that are moving around in, primordial soup? We don't know. We don't know. But an intuitive will tell you fundamentally, oh, I definitely believe that there is life outside of our Earth, and it is probably either equal to our evolution. This is not in all cases, but in some cases, but they are also possibly advanced. And of course, they use that rationale to support, UFO sightings and phenomenon like that. What they call them UAPs now, unidentified aerial phenomenon. Really? We needed another definition for UFO? Okay. The other side of things is somebody will say it doesn't exist until we can provide proof of evidence. That's scientific. Truth is, we need both, right? We need both. But I want you to think about that. And just based on what I've shared with you, and I know it's not in depth, but based on what I share with you, are you an intuitive or are you sensate? Or some call it a sensor. Regardless, it has everything to do with your senses and being able to build factual reality. Something to think about. Happy Monday. And I hope you're doing this with a friend or a partner or spouse together to learn more about each other, because that is where this really makes a huge difference. Have a great week. Lead well. And I will see you on Wednesday for our After the Coffee.